$1,000. Now, say you have your own business and you bring in $330 a day times 30 days. You're making $9,900 a day. Times 12 months, you're making $118,000 just off making $330 a day. Now, what can you sell for $330? A digital product, a digital course, a digital something, a service you provide to people. Now, here's where you get stuck. You do a service you provide to people. Now you're back at trading your time for money. You gotta hire on people. You gotta scale. You gotta do a certain thing. You gotta kind of invest in the biz. But whole time, say you bring in $25 an hour times 40 hours times 4 weeks. You got $4,000 a month. All right, you got $4,000 a month. Now at $4,000 a month, you're making, again, damn, what? No way, gang. You're making how much a month? $48,000 a year? That's crazy. That's like poverty. But like, if you're making like $48,000 a year, right? You put in all your work all year long to make $48,000 a year. Crazy. But say you have a side hustle where you're learning how to make more for your time. Okay. So you're bringing in an extra, on top of the 4,000, you're now bringing in an extra 2,000, right? But here's where it gets funny. You bring an extra 2,000, boom, now you're making 6,000. Now you're making 72,000 a year. Ooh, we're getting up there. Now, once you understand that you control your economy and you can make more money, you gotta learn how to, and I'm learning this myself as well. I'm just showing you what I've learned is in my path on how I did shit. You want to learn how to multiply your time. So say multiply your value per your time. So if you're working and you're bringing in 72,000 a year because you got a side hustle now. Now, how do you 1,000x that? Now you're making 72 million a year. And now, if you divide that by a billion, you know what I mean? If you divide like that by a billion, 72 million, you're 13 years away from making $1 billion. Everyone's like, I want to be a billionaire. Oh, I'm going for $1 billion. Make $72 million a year for 13 years. What fucking industry makes $72 million a year for 13 years? Crazy industries, right? Crazy industries. Let's look it up. What industries are most likely to grow or be big enough to sustain a business that has goals of making 72 million minimum for 14 years. And that, like, and if you're trying to get $1 billion just like on like product game, AI. That's it. Like, that's it, Jack. That's it. I'm telling you. AI. So if you're chasing after the bees, know that AI, software as a service, healthcare technology, cybersecurity, financial technology, education. Education's huge. feel like you can't really fuck with that. Education's huge for real. Who has made $1 billion in their lifetime in the last 10 years? Let's look into it. I better say LeBron James. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Mark Zuckerberg. You know what I mean? Like Jensen Hong, AI chips, Nvidia. Okay. Brian Chesky, travel tech. Whitney Wafield Heard, dating apps. No, for real, dating apps, gang. Everybody loves to fuck. So if you could just make that easier, no question. Billion. Canva, bro. Canva blew the fuck up. Canva blew up like crazy. Software as a service. Software as a service, fully compliant. Topi Awatana, SaaS, billionaire. Calendly, bro. Calendly is a whole fucking beast. Calendly is a fucking beast. Spotify, gang. It's the new Napster. It's the new fucking LimeWire. Like, Spotify giving millions, possibly billions, definitely billions of people access to their favorite artist in a new way that's like AI driven. Yup. Patrick Collision, fintech multi-billionaire Stripe. How many fucking people use Stripe? How many people process payments with Stripe? What do they all have in common? They built assets that could scale rather than businesses that depended on their personal time. Ouch. 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 I feel like that was a personal hit from ChatGPT talking mad shit to me. Like, here are patterns that show up again and again. They own equity, one of the single biggest factors. They didn't just earn a paycheck, they own a large percentage of something that became very valuable. Stock, company ownership, intellectual property, and platforms. It gave you the 4 fucking horsemen right there. Stocks, company ownership, intellectual property, and platforms. There you go. Go get in the right stocks. Go get ownership of a company. Go create some intellectual property. Create a platform. Boom. You're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this was like the last. This was like the last 10 years. How about the next 10 years? And again, you gotta think about it. What industries are going to blow up? AI infrastructure, chips, cloud platforms, data centers, security, model optimizations, AI agents, customer support, sales, accounting, legal documentation preparation, scheduling, research, robotics. I love robotics, man. I'm making it a goal. Even though I'm selling my old business, like ttgstreams.com, like even though I'm selling the techguy.io, I just might pull that shit down one day. Like, because I still love tech, but at the same time, I won't, and I'm not going to, because they're for sale already. And although, like, this thick little mama outside walking these dogs could definitely get it, I know that's a distraction from the goals I'm trying to hit. But on everything I love, healthcare, AI, education, personalized tutoring, career training, corporate learning, certification platforms. cybersecurity, threat detection, security automation, cloud, climate, space economy, satellites, communications, Earth observation, in space manufacturing, financial technology, cross-border payments, business banking, compliance automation, wealth and management tools, creator economy, infrastructure, editing, software, analytics, monetization tools. And so you see, the world is the money is moving ever more to the digital sector. You got to understand that, to the digital sector. So how can I position my NETO AI NFP to be a disruptor and leverage the latest trends and tools? And so see, now what we're doing is growing our algorithm. We're going our chat GPT, you know what I mean? And to making it. And based on what you discussed the past, the biggest opportunity isn't to make NETO AI just another nonprofit. It's to position the AI adoption organization that helps people, small business creators, and nonprofits use AI and to improve their lives and work, that builds on your early vision for NETO AI Institute, education, community, and innovation. And that's what I really like: education, community, and innovation. Because a positioning statement, NETO AI Institute exists to make artificial intelligence practicable, accessible, and valuable for everyone, regardless of income, education, and technical background. You know, I understand a lot of people are like, "Oh, AI, it's a buzzword. It's a buzzword." It's not. It's a trend. It's a new economy. Like, the world is shifting and upgrading and transacting and morphing into this new reality, this new paradigm that the world is changing into. Like, I really strongly believe we're not gonna recognize, we're not gonna see the same shit we see every day when you look outside in 10 years. In 10 years, the world's gonna be different. And in 10 years, the world's gonna be different. It's gonna be more digital, more, you know what I mean? And y'all gotta understand that. Y'all gotta understand that you have to become a part of the wave. Ride that shit. Like, 5 pillars that can reinforce each other: AI education, business acceleration, AI creator lab, innovation hub, research and public benefit. Instead of only consuming AI tools, document what works. And we literally did that. And so let's see if there's any Chicago robotics manufacturing companies. Let's see what they got going on in here for real. Chicago is a hub for manufacturing and driving local integrators like Robotics Lab Chicago in nearby Hoffman Estates, and robotics as a service provider such as Formic. The city serves as an epic center for industrial automation, highlighted as hosting North America's largest robotic events on Automate Show. And I'm gonna be real with you, I knew this shit was on. I knew the city was on some shit, because when you see like the little food cars, little food robots on the street, I'm like, bro, that's so cool. Like, I want to buy a robot dog. I want to buy a real robot, and just so I can walk on the street with it, like, so we can get in the car and I can take it to go to the beach, like, you know what I'm saying? And so, but not one of those sex robots, you freaky fucks. I know y'all motherfuckers is automatically going for the sex robots. Yo, who would be great at selling sex robots? This guy. This guy. Let me get a fucking sex robot and pimp that bitch out on God. Like, this shit would be. And let's go look him up real quick. Let's go look him up real quick on everything I love.